following is a presentation of
Balera, Boxing, Idol, shout out.
This Saturday, October 30, Jonas Sultan of the Philippines faces Carlos Caraballo of Puerto Rico in a 10-round bantamweight clash on the top-ranked Zepeda versus Vargas card at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden in New York. In the U.S., this fight will broadcast live on ESPN+. Jonas Sultan boasts a record of 17 wins with 5 losses, 11 of those wins by knockout. He's coming off the 7th-round knockout win against Sharon Carter back in August on the Rigondeaux Casimiro undercard. Carlos Carabao has an impressive record of 14 wins and no losses, all 14 wins by knockout. In April, he defeated Leonardo Baez in the 4th round in Puerto Rico. Carabao last fought in the U.S. in 2019. Magandang araw mga kaibigan, especially our friends natin sa Pilipinas. I'm Chris from Valair Boxing, and we'll be ringside at Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. I'm joined by Carlo and Philip to preview this exciting fight on October 30. Carlo, Philip, welcome. Kumusta kayo?
Mabuti naman.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? So this certainly is an important fight for both Sultan and Caraballo, but let's start by talking about Jonas and what this fight means to him in his career.
First of all, this fight is going to be explosive since it's a southpaw and orthodox style fight. So it's a must for Jonas, definitely. I think that Caraballo's camp is probably looking at Jonas as just a stepping stone, that with his record, they see those losses and they think that they can just use that as an easy obstacle to step on. But I think it's going to be a harder fight for Caraballo since Jonas has momentum right now he's hungry. He has momentum. He's number 9 right now in his division. So I think he has a lot of momentum coming his way, and he knows that he must win this.
I think there's one thing that we could all agree on, especially Filipinos who follow Jonas very closely. He is going to this fight to win. So even if Caraballo and his camp see him as a stepping stone, regardless, Jonas is going to New York to win.
Yeah, I agree with Carlo. I think Caraballo's camp thinks that Sultan is just a freebie, kind of like a sacrificial lamb for him to get to the next level. But with Sultan's power, he just has to land one. That's why his name is One Punch Man. He just has to land one, and he could change the game. And if Sultan wins, he'll be the next big Filipino star if he comes through. So
what are your thoughts on Caraballo as a fighter and his 14-0 record, 14 wins by knockout?
I looked at his last fight. I'm basing it on his last fight. His last fight is he seems more of a boxer, counterpuncher, puncher at the same time, as you can see, he has his style. I mean, Baez's style is to come forward, throw lots of punches, and Caraballo's strategy is just pretty much wait, lean against the ropes, and roll out of there. He likes to set his feet and then throw the punch. He's gonna counter by setting his feet. It is a southpaw and orthodox matchup, so they're both relying on that power hand, and Jonas has that power too with the right hand. But Caraballo seems to just wait. He's patient. He picks his punches, and he moves around the ring pretty well. As Jonas comes forward, and he will throw that right hand, and that right hand can land. It can land on the southpaw really well and hurt them. Like Philip said, his nickname is One Punch. All right, that one punch will really get him.
The guy has great footwork, great boxing ability. Based on his last fight, he's kind of similar in the way he moves to Lomachenko, the way he could take the outside angle and just switch the angle and create opportunities off that angle. So he has great boxing ability. He knows how to move around. It's going to be hard to catch him because he has great footwork. and that's the game plan Sultan needs, is to try and get in his chest and get him against the ropes, get him in the corner. But his footwork, Caraballo's footwork is so he's so light on his feet and so agile. It's going to be a hard task for Sultan to try and close that distance. But that's Sultan's style. He comes forward, he gets in your chest, he makes it ugly. So he's going to have to do that. But what I've seen from Caraballo in his last fight, I think around like maybe the 4th or 5th round, it looked like he was a little gassed. So his conditioning is questionable. It could be just that fight. Maybe he had a injury he didn't talk about, but it looked like he was breathing hard 4th and 5th round. And from what I know, he's never been past the 6th round. I think he knocked out all, if not almost all of his opponents, and he's never been past the 6th. So if he reaches the later rounds, Caraballo, and he gasses, Sultan's going to capitalize on that.
Yeah, I agree, Phil. I think Caraballo looks like he was also starting to slow down in the 3rd, 4th round, and Jonas's style is coming forward. Jonas's style is to come forward, put pressure on his opponent. He likes to throw that right hand. He will step in with the jab and throw that right hand. All he has to pretty much do right is to come in with an angle. As an orthodox style, they have to step to their left if they're fighting a southpaw.
One thing I really think Sultan needs to do in order for him to be successful, he has to cut off that ring. If he follows Caraballo around that ring, Caraballo's just going to box him all night. It's going to be a long night for Sultan. If he just follows him, it's going to be a long night for Sultan. But if Sultan could cut off that ring, sneak in those body shots and slow him down, he'll have a good chance of success that night.
Last few minutes here. Carlo, final thoughts on a Sultan victory.
Sultan victory. I'm really, if Jonas goes to the body, like I said, he has to go to the body. He has to throw that right hand, left hook. All right. Right hand, left hook, right hand again. I think going in with the jab against the southpaw is gonna be a little complicated because of of the foot, how they position their feet, running into the left hand of Caraballo, and his record speaks for itself. 14 wins, 14 knockouts. And it's going to be an orthodox southpaw classic battle. So this fight is someone's going to get knocked out or someone's going to be stopped. I don't think it's going to go the distance. That's just my take on that, when it comes to the style that we're going to see. For Caraballo to win, he's just going to need to do what he did with Baez. And he did it well with counters, setting his feet before throwing any punches. One thing I noticed is Caraballo doesn't fight backwards. If he throws punches, he will set his feet, or he will, if you wait too long, then he will throw his 1-2. He will throw that left hand. But seems like he can't fight backwards, and that's Jonas's advantage. And we'll see what happens.
Bill, your thoughts on Caraballo and his keys to victory on Saturday?
It's like Carlos said, use his footwork. If he gets cut off, he needs to go the other way. Just basically box him. Keep him at a distance with the jab. Don't let him get inside. And that's about it.
And thoughts on a Jonas Sultan victory on Saturday night?
Jonas is, like I said before, cut the ring off. Don't let him get away. Stay on the inside. Stay in his chest. And it's like Carlos said, Carabao doesn't look like he can fight going backwards. If Sultan can keep him on the back foot, it's going to be good for Sultan. We talked about this the other day, me and Carlo. Going backwards is a lot more tiring than going forwards. If Caraballo keeps backing up and Sultan keeps going forward, there's a chance Caraballo can gas, and Sultan will capitalize on that. So that's Sultan's keys to victory.
Carlo, Phil, thank you. And we'll see you all Saturday night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go, Sultan, baby.
Let's go,
Take your
Jonah.
hat off.
One punch.